Welcome to another Community Conversations. I'm your host, Ian Parkinson, and I'm pleased to welcome back Sean and Tricia Rooney from Dominic Strong. Welcome back.
Thank you for having us.
So, how was the Maverick superhero baseball night?
It was awesome. It was great. There was a lot of people that came out. We had lots of costumes. The Medicine Skateboard Association came out, and they brought Spider-Man to come out and take pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think everyone really enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, there was lots of kids dressed up, and we had our first pitch, Keegan, who has autoimmune encephalitis, who had actually been to I think the first superhero night, or first or second, and he got to throw out the first pitch, which was great.
Good.
And we had sponsor EBT. They were very supportive, and the players looked great in their Spider-Man jerseys, and yeah, it was a good time.
So it was a successful fundraiser as well?
Yeah, so we raised more than $1,000.
Yeah, we raised $1,000 from the jersey sales, and then we raised about $140 from just cash donations at the event as well.
Well done.
Yeah.
So, adding to that success, you then moved on to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Literally 2 days later, 2 days after Super Night, we were on a plane to Kansas City.
Kansas City was great. It was our Extra Life United conference and our gaming tournament. And so we competed in 3 different board games and raised money for our Children's Hospital.
What kind of board games?
One of them is called Star Realms. It's a deck building game. So you start with a very basic deck and you buy better cards and get rid of your less good cards and just build a better deck and attack each other.
And Trish doesn't like it.
I'm not a big fan of the game. It's all space. It's all space themed. I don't like attacking other people. I prefer games where you kind of work together and whatever. But it was really good, and I actually won that tournament and tied for first place. So it was really good.
So this was also raising funds for Children's Hospital Network.
Yeah, so the games that we competed in, once you got to the top 16 of your tournament, you started raising money for your Children's Hospital. So at each level that you moved up, they had a certain amount of money that you would be able to that got raised for your hospital, and all the money is donated to your Extra Life account.
Yeah, the money
So the
never,
reason
money never was in our hands.
No. It's all about raising money for the Children's Hospital. That's what the whole gaming tournament is. You don't win anything personally. It's all just raising money for your hospital and everything like that. So
you didn't walk away with a gold medal, but you walked away with a real warm feeling.
Exactly.
Well,
and first place. So.
Well, and in a sense, so part of Extra Life, they do incentives. So if you raise $1,000 US in a year, they will give you a medal.
Yeah, we actually get a gold medal.
So her tournament win was worth, I think, $2,500 is what they ended up giving.
$2,500 US. Yeah.
So I guess you could say she did get a medal.
I got my gold medal.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
thank you.
Now, the conference itself at Kansas City was more than just the gaming.
That's right. Yeah, so Children's Miracle Network Hospitals has a bunch of ways they raise money, right? Extra Life is one of them. There's another one called Dance Marathon, where college sororities usually participate and do fundraising, peer-to-peer fundraising in the same way that Extra Life does. So they decided to bring Extra Life and Dance Marathon together for they actually didn't want to call it a conference, but it was a conference called Ignite.
Okay.
So this was the first year for Ignite, and it just happened to be in Kansas City. So they got us all together and sharing best practices, learning about how better we can help our local hospitals, and yeah, it was really fantastic.
I noticed in the video from Kansas City that the dance marathoners were mostly late teens, very early 20s.
Well, they're all college age kids.
Okay.
And so they're all the kids that are in their sororities in the U.S. colleges. So what they do is the first year of the college, they introduce them to the ideas. The second year, they introduce the first years. The second years are the ones that do that. The third years, they start helping the seniors. And then the fourth year, the seniors actually run the events and such. So it's a whole process of introduction. And so it's really good. So part of what they were hoping with this conference is that by us interacting with the dance marathoners and stuff, we could show them that once they graduated from their dance marathon fundraising, they can then move into the Extra Life fundraising and continue fundraising for their children's hospital and stuff like that, because they have such a passion.
Yes.
And that's the one thing, like a lot of these kids that are doing it, they've used the children's hospitals, or they know kids that have used the children's hospitals. So they have a lot of passion and they want to continue fundraising for it. They just don't know how to.
Yeah.
And so they were hoping that with Extra Life coming in, we could show them that there's other ways to continue on. And I think we did.
Yeah.
So we had lots of conversations with them. And
So this was a very positive experience.
oh, it was wonderful.
It
It
was
was great.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Now, you also had a very personal interaction with the CEO of Children's.
Yeah, Amy, who's the CEO of Children's American Livework Hospitals, was actually stuck there for an extra couple days that she
Yeah.
didn't expect. And we'll get to this, but there was flight cancellations, so she was stuck, and we saw her on this one night, and came up to her and told her about our son Dominic, who of course passed away in 2015
Mhm.
after a long battle with leukemia. Only 2 years old, and so we were telling her all of this. We don't have a lot of time with her. This is important. We don't have a lot of time with her, so we tell her our story. We gave out to everybody. I wish we did, but wish we'd have brought something today for you. But we'll get you that another time. We had little trinkets that we brought to give away to people who heard our story.
Okay.
thumbs up meeples.
Yeah,
Well done.
little gaming token in the shape of a thumb. And so we're telling her this, and we give her the meeple, and then we hear there's an evening session, and she's coming up, and she starts talking about us. There's like about 1,000 people in the crowd from Dance Marathon and Extra Life and whatnot. And she starts telling our story about how she's been inspired by it, and asks us to come up on stage.
Wow.
And it was really incredible, but what made it more incredible was that in our short time that we had with her, we didn't get a chance to tell her about our daughter Samantha, who is now 7 and never got to meet her brother.
Yeah.
And has very strong feelings about that, understandably. She has a very interesting relationship, right, with a
Yes.
brother she's never met. And so she comes up on stage, and everybody in the audience could hear Samantha saying something along the lines of,
Well, she just walked up and she said that she misses her brother and that she never got to miss him because he's dead.
Yes.
And that just makes her sad that she never got to meet him and get to know him and stuff. So, and it broke everyone's hearts. So you could just hear everyone just, yeah, and stuff. And then we went up and we got a huge group picture with everyone at the place, with everyone doing a thumbs up. And so it was just such a positive experience. And we're hoping for Sam, it was also a really positive experience for her, because it hopefully can help her to give her some connection to her brother. And that's why we do all the fundraising. That's why we do all the stuff that we do for the Children's Hospital, is to make sure that he's not forgotten.
Yes.
Right? Dominic is still remembered, and Sam can get a connection to him and remember, and obviously not remember him, but get to know him through his videos and what we do in our fundraising and the stories we tell, and and see how his life and other kids' lives and stuff have really touched other people, and have really driven them to continue to fundraise and to do what they can and help all the sick kids.
Most of the people who are involved with Children's Miracle Network and the Children's Hospital system have been through a very emotional, traumatic situation. So I'm sorry it happened, but I'm glad to see that you've made something positive out of it. And your video again from Kansas City is a very positive, this is a good thing we're doing, we're enjoying doing this good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Absolutely. Well, thank
Impressive.
you. Well, and in total, between all of their gamings and all of our stuff, we ended up raising $4,250 US in Kansas City.
So greenbacks, which is even more Canadian.
So
So
about
that's great.
about $6,600 Canadian is what it winds up being, and that's just a portion of what we're trying to do this year. Our hashtag Dominic Strong team goal is 15,000 US this year, and frankly, I think we can do better than that.
Probably do 20.
We might be able to do 20. We'll see, but we've got other things coming up
Yes.
that we now need to, and this like Superhero Night and Extra Life United was sort of the kickoff to our charity season, if you will.
Well, now we sig you into your online auction in September. So the 27th through the 29th.
That's right. So that's going to happen on the hashtag Dominic Strong Facebook page, as it's happened every year since like 2016. Or 2015, I guess, would have been the first year that it happened, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Christine mainly ran it in the first year. So, so that's happening. And so we're already, looking out if anybody would like to donate something to that. We're in full getting donations mode right now, but we're also always trying to get people to join that Facebook page, join that group, so that when stuff starts coming up, you can see it. And when that auction happens, you need to be a member of that group in order to participate. So we really want to see
on the goodies.
Yeah, I mean, there's what, like almost 100 items usually every year. And they range from like $5 things right up to, hundreds of dollars things, depending on what gets donated.
Yeah.
Well, we already have some board games, and we've got some amazing wildlife photo, pictures, artwork, and stuff like that, and lots of other things that are being donated. So if anyone has anything and they want to donate, they can definitely get in contact with us, and we'd
And
be
if your
happy
wallet's
to
getting
accept
full,
them.
buy something.
Or if you want
absolutely.
to, and a lot of people, they do it because it is in September, so a lot of times they'll do it before Christmas shopping
Right.
and things like that, or other things that they're looking for and stuff. So it's
So
always a
you're
big.
providing a venue for somebody to buy something for someone who has everything.
Exactly.
Sure.
And all the money goes to charity,
And
right?
you get
Yes.
to feel really good about doing
Right.
it.
Yes.
That's the thing, is that all the items are donated to us from the amazing sponsors and other companies and
Right.
people and such. And so every penny that is bid and won on an item is donated directly to the Children's Hospital. And we do that live on our Facebook group as well, and show that donation being made and everything like that. So
Right.
it's always great. It's always
Now-
awesome.
You in Kansas City, you won your money with a card game,
Yes.
a board game.
Yeah.
But I noticed in the video, and I guess coming up to, there was online gaming.
There was video gaming as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so the tournament itself had, I think, 7 different actual tournaments within it.
Ooh.
So we participated in 4, actually. 3 board games, and then I participated in the mystery game.
right, I didn't do the mystery game.
They didn't announce what game it was until that morning.
Okay.
And it was a video game, and I did win my first match, but I did not win any money in that game. But I won, like she won 2,500. I won more than 1,000. I placed in the top 16 in all 3 games that I participated in.
And top 8 for one.
Sure. There you go. So, yeah, so we both did well. It was a great weekend of gaming, and yeah, but had we tried to do the video games, we would not have won money. Like there's no we're better at board games than we are at
We're
video
not
games.
video gamers.
It's a generational
We're not.
thing.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
video gamers. He's a bit more of a video gamer than I am, but we just prefer our board games. Our group of friends, we prefer board games, so that's more of our style. But there is a video game side of it for people that
Absolutely.
prefer the video games or want to do the video games and stuff.
And then after your September the 27th to 29th auction,
hmm
you have a
The big game
video game 24-hour marathon.
Well, that's just a gaming marathon, not video.
Gaming, all
Yeah.
kinds of gaming. We'll do video games, we'll do board games, and that'll be November, I want to say 2nd.
Okay.
It's always the Saturday/Sunday when
Time
the time
change.
change happens.
Okay.
So it ends up being 25 hours instead of 24.
Oh, you get a free hour.
Well, yeah, and we
Yeah.
do actually a tournament from 2 to 2. That's
Yeah.
called
2
the
hour.
Hour That Doesn't Exist tournament. And we always make sure that we can do a quick little tournament, and we come up with the winner, and the winner actually has a WWE style belt that one of our friends made for
Wow.
us that has Dominic Strong on it and stuff, and that gets passed around every year.
So what role does the Children's Hospital play in Alberta and Western Canada?
It's significant. I mean, when Dominic was first diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, the first thing we were told is go to Calgary, go to the specialty place
Right.
at the Alberta Children's Hospital, where they specialize. Like one of their big things they're known for is pediatric cancer and bone marrow transplants and all the rest. So if you've got a child with cancer, that is where you want to be sending them. Medicine Hospital is excellent. They serve an important role in the healthcare system, but we need those extra specialists and that extra level of care. Everybody's getting sent to the Alberta Children's Hospital. And so many, you walk around this city and you talk to somebody and say, do you know somebody or have you been to the Alberta Children's Hospital for a reason? 99% of people in the city have a connection to that hospital.
Yeah.
And so that's why, we talk sometimes about, oh, you want your dollars to stay local. Well, they are, because, the kids who are going there, we're fundraising for those kids who need to go there. And there's lots of kids in this city that need to go there.
But there's not just Calgary, I believe.
No, well, like for the Children's Hospital, there's plenty of other children's hospitals. Calgary's the one that we support. That's the one where Dominic goes. But there's lots of children from like Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC that'll all get sent to the Alberta Children's Hospital in Calgary if they have cancer or need bone marrow transplants. We had a friend whose girl just recently passed away a couple weeks ago, and she was from Saskatchewan. And she went to the Alberta Children's Hospital for most of her treatments and such because she was getting she got a bone marrow transplant and some other transplants and stuff. And she ended up going to Toronto in the end due to her other conditions and stuff and whatever. But that's the thing, is that it doesn't matter where the child is located. The child is going to go to the hospital that is right for them, that's going to have the specialists for them, because these hospitals are so important and they have the specialists. Our local hospitals are amazing, and like Sean said, they do what they do and they serve the role, and that's great. And we went to the Medicine Hat Hospital a lot of the times with Dominic and stuff like that. But the Children's Hospital is where all the stuff is run through. Even when we were dealing with the Medicine Hat Hospital, all of the decisions and stuff came through the Alberta Children's Hospital doctors and his staff there and his doctors there. So these hospitals are just so important, and they are local, regardless of whether they're in the city that you live in or not, because they serve all the local kids and they serve all the local families.
Well, and one of the bigger issues too is it's difficult enough having a child that's ill. But then you have the difficulty of an ill child and you're not at home.
Yeah. And there's the Ronald McDonald House that does amazing work and is so important, and recently opened up one in Medicine Hat, which is awesome. Wonderful. So amazing, because we personally were very lucky in the sense that we had family in Calgary. So when we were in Calgary and not in hospital, we were able to stay with family members and didn't have to stay at the Ronald McDonald House. But we know a lot of families that came from Medicine Hat and came from Saskatchewan and other places and stuff that have to stay at the Ronald McDonald House. And it's so amazing that they have that there and such. So it's one of the other great charities.
So is there anything else you'd like to add? Is there anything you've missed?
Basically, just join our Facebook group, #DominicStrong. You know, because we post all of our upcomings and all of our goings on and everything on there. So that's the best way to contact us, or go to DominicStrong.com. And that links up into our blog, which will bring you to all of our fundraisers and stuff as well. So it's a busy season, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, we're really thankful for everybody who's donated so far and participated. And even if you can't donate it, I always say, if you can't donate, share what we're doing, and that helps a lot too.
Well, again, well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. We'll see you maybe just before Christmas, and we'll see how you made out.
Sounds great. Thank you.
This was Community Conversations. Thank you for watching.